Yo, stories about the dream you had last night suck. Stop sharing them with me. After being alive for about 2 decades and some change now, I would say I finally have a dream that is worth being shared with the public. So, deep in the REM sleep last night, my subconscious mind thought it was important to let me know that apparently I have a long lost grandfather. And this guy used to live in this country called Venezuela. I don't make the rules here. And apparently my grandfather was a great rebel freedom fighter for this country, and he was fighting against colonizers. And, like all great men, eventually he gets killed and turned into a martyr. And the fighting continues for 50 years where they push back against these colonizers. And they eventually win. So congratulations, clap it up for Venezuela. But the civilian population is so low, and it's such a war-torn country that they get desperate and they allow citizenship to all children that are 4 generations from the original inhabitants of this country. So now you have Hispanic, white, Black, Asian, young people all moving to Venezuela, probably not looking to rebuild the country, only looking for, a quick adventure or whatever. But over time, there's like this camaraderie that starts to form with everybody who's staying there. And you have certain people who decide they want to stay, usually outcast. And you have people who okay, this was fun, but I have to move back to my country because I have family or I have a good job there. So now you're left with an Venezuela that just has social outcasts and militants that helped liberate the country. So it's like blah blah blah, one thing turns to another, blah blah blah. This should totally be a movie, I know. But there starts to become infighting because you have these militants that liberated the country and gave this country freedom that are like, oh, we should become the new people who are in political power. And these people are called the Dogheads. And there's this other faction that grows and crops up where the half of the military splits up, and they think that the youth, the new people coming to this country, should be the ones that run the political system because they haven't been jaded by war and by adult life, and also have more perspective from coming from countries all around. They could pull economic ideas from here, social ideas from here, blah blah blah. And these people are called cat heads. Yeah. So my subconscious, just a fucking tapestry of genius ideas I see. But one thing turns to another, blah blah blah. Once again, this should totally be a movie. Somebody important hit me up, blah blah blah. Another thing happens. My grandpa, the martyr, the guy who died, oh, he's still alive. What a plot twist. And guess who he puts his favor into? The cat heads. He wants the youth to take over the country. So a civil war breaks out. A lot of bloodshed, a lot of heinous crimes, a lot of human rights violations. But the cat heads come up on top, and we get our new Gen Z president. And before y'all come in the comment section talking shit about my generation, we are more than capable of running a damn country. And it's evident because a few decades later, we finally established a stabilized new Venezuela. Beautiful country, may I say. Great social programs, beautiful infrastructure. But this is where I come in, because I know you was wondering. So I'm actually having difficulty finding a place in this new society. So you think I'll become this legendary, influential Venezuelan artist that exports my perspective of Venezuela across the entire world, considering I'm an artist in real life? No! No! So in the dream, the Olympics are fastly approaching, and Venezuela is recognized as an actual country now. So this is our first Olympic event that we're able to participate in. So naturally, the inner hooper comes out in my subconscious, and I become the starting shooting guard for the Venezuelan Olympic basketball team. So I guess it's a good time to bring up an uncommonly known fact about me. Every Sunday, I go to this local park to play basketball with some, well-intent grown men, and it's sad. It's really sad. These adults that just want to get some exercise, some good cardio, have to be subjected to the absolute humiliation that comes with hopping on the court with me. I'm talking step backs, killer crossover, infinite range. And it's so crazy because these grown men are always like, hey bro, you got mad skills, why didn't you go to the league? And I'm like, I don't know, I guess I just like art more. You should check out my YouTube channel, subscribe, like, share, comment. But back to this dream. So I'm on this SS Wayland Olympic basketball team at the bottom of the bracket, and we're going against, these bum ass countries at first. France, Canada, some other third world countries. Boom, 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 we're going crazy. It's one of those like super heroic stories. I'm all in the newspaper, and I'm getting some crazy following on TikTok for my viral moments. But I have the championship game against the US, the former country I used to live in before I became a citizen of SS Wayland. And, I simply hit a buzzer beater to get the gold medal. Okay, I lied. Not about the basketball part, bro. You gotta see me on Sundays. I go crazy. But I lied about the dream. Everything that happened before the Olympic Games, I wrote conscious, sober, and regular. So yeah, the most interesting part was fake. So that was just a dream about a guy playing basketball for some random Olympic team. Not really a story worth telling, huh? That's the lesson. That's most dreams that are told when people go, oh my god, I had a crazy dream last night. It's often incoherent, surreal, and meaningless to the external world. So keep it to yourself. The last example I'll use to drive this point home is a few months ago, I wanted to get this coat. It was at Lenox Mall. Man, gorgeous coat. But I didn't really have the money to get it at the time, so I had to make a decision between bills or this coat. Bills, coat, bills, coat. And I made the decision that the American consumerist model has programmed me to make. I bought the coat. And when I went to sleep that night, man, I was stressed out. But my subconscious was telling me, hey yo, if it's too hard to pay your bills, rob that rich motherfucker that just bought that expensive coat. So let me reiterate. In a dream, my subconscious told myself to rob myself to pay my own bills. Like I said, dreams, incoherent, surreal, and meaningless to the external world. Stop telling people about your dreams.
Alright, we're gonna try to do this one try.